Hey everybody, this is Geneva of Geneva's Closet Talk Show. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. And you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. Now, let's get into the news.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, Obacaby, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there. This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Katt says back in the day we struggling, you know, driving from city to city doing shows and stuff, you know, Katt says he was in a mall. This is what Katt told me.
Okay.
He was in a mall one day, he runs into Steve. Katt got his little boys with him. You know, his Katt had adopted some boys.
Right, sure.
Let me stop right there and tell this funny story about Katt.
Oh, okay. We're
Put
gonna
a pin right there.
All right, we're going right back to it, but go ahead.
When we were shooting next Friday.
Friday after next.
Next Friday.
Next Friday, okay,
Katt was homeless.
Okay.
But he had adopted these kids, and they were living in the car.
Right.
And Cube, I think, let him stay on the set in his dressing room. You know, we all had our own trailers. So Katt comes out to the, comes down to the set one day, and he, you know, emotionally stressed. We like, what's up, player? Me, Spoon, Cube. And he said, I'm just happy. What you happy about? My son, man. My son just wrote. You got yourself together?
Yeah, that's
My son just wrote the alphabets. So we all say, oh man, well, that is good, bro. That's good. Katt goes back to the trailer, and maybe 10 minutes later, he comes in with his son, who he's homeschooling, and he brings his son in, and first thing that was funny was the boy was like 12.
I'm about to say, yeah, damn. How old was he? But damn. No, leave him alone. Leave him alone. You said the word retarded. Not saying son's retarded.
No, he wasn't.
All right, but you trying to act like he is.
The second thing was, when he showed us the alphabet, they was all there, but they wasn't in order.
ACRMDOE. Leave that boy alone.
So we laughed about that. But anyway, Katt, my man. So Katt told me that what all that was about was he was in a mall with his sons, ran up on Steve, and his sons recognized Steve from television. So they were excited, asked Steve for an autograph. And Steve basically told him, according to Katt now, you know, get the hell out of here.
Was Katt famous at the time?
Katt wasn't famous at the time. So his son said, Katt Williams, this is what Katt said. His son said, Katt was my daddy. And supposedly now, you know, there's just one side story.
Sure. We're going with the Katt story.
Steve said, who the fuck is Katt? And so Katt told his sons, don't worry about it, come on. Fast forward down the road 7 or 8 years.
Wow, people don't forget.
And Katt never forgot.
Yeah, because I remember that roast. When Katt Williams went on that stage after Steve Harvey, good Lord, man.
You guys, championship of comedy, folks talking about they working out. Two brothers gonna go at it like that tonight?
Well, you know, to be honest with you, Frankie, I didn't know nothing about this concept. When the promoter told me about it in October, I shot it down, because that ain't how I've ever promoted a show. You know, I've always been on tour with some real monsters, man. I toured with the Kings. You know, I've been on stage with Sid, DL, and Bernie Mac at the same time. It's always been a camaraderie.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're going out here to give the people the best show we can give them. And that's the way we've always promoted comedy shows. Now, you know, to turn this into some type of little beef, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't how I do. Now, you know, I done heard all of the YouTubes and I done heard all the interviews and all like that. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, you want to sell a ticket like that, knock yourself out.
You've sold out concerts. You both have had huge gate receipts. You've sold out concerts in this town for years.
Hello. And it ain't finna be no different tonight. And I ain't never sold them out saying I was better than this one or that one. I just come in here on my own strength. And so tonight at the Joke, I'm going to do what I've been doing for 20 years. I've been coming to town. Look, man, I came to Detroit when it was Aunt B's Comedy Kitchen. I did the opening night of All Jokes Aside.
That's right, I remember.
I done
right
sold that
over.
Fox out. I can't tell you how many times.
Yeah?
So this here little beef thing that everybody wanna start, cause you wanna make a name for yourself. That's cool. Do you? You ain't gonna do it right here though. You ain't gonna build no reputation on Steve Harvey. So I've been doing this a long time. So now whatever you gonna do is cool. Just do you going first.
You're going first. Okay.
See, it ain't you can't really pick a headline. But I prefer to go first. And some
Please give it up for Steve Harvey one time. Give it up for Steve Harvey. He's an excellent comedian. One of the finest we've ever had. But he don't want no parts of this in any way, shape, form, or fashion. This is some other shit. I don't know why he came out here with all this money y'all spent on them motherfucking tickets and talked about a lady in the audience for 15 goddamn minutes. That nigga should have talked about me the way I've been to talk about his bitch man. I'm the wrong nigga to fucking win my tour championship, my nigga. You did. You see that nigga had to take off that lace front high top fade before he came out here to battle me, goddamn. I plays no motherfucking game, Steve. I'm a little nigga, I fight dirty. You did.
You did, baby.
What the fuck is he thinking about? He trying to copy off me and bring that ugly ass, sparkly ass tie out. With a regular black suit like he was going to a funeral. Yours, nigga, yours. I give a fuck. I give less than a fuck. Whatever less than a fuck is. You the one came out here and told jokes about if a bitch lick you on the left nipple, you buy that bitch a car. If that ain't the trickiest shit I ever heard. Bitch, you can suck my dick with the Holy Spirit in your mouth. I ain't buying your goddamn car. I ain't even gonna give you a ride. But that's the problem. It's a generation gap.
Damn generation.
think he the shit because he was the shit in 1968. Nigga, I'm the shit this evening, my nigga, this evening. I know my niggas is up in here. I ain't got to ask. I ain't scared about being in the motherfucking round. I go round this bitch as long as this bitch go round. Where you at, Steve? Looked at me and said, I don't like him. I said, I don't like him either. Let's fast forward it to when this disrespectful nigga did something called the original Kings of Comedy. Oh. As if Richard Pryor didn't live and walk this very same earth. How the fuck you gonna be the original King of Comedy, nigga? Did it start with you, you disrespectful son of a bitch? Not Richard Pryor, not Bill Cosby, Steve Harvey is the original King of Comedy. You's a goddamn liar. How you original and you ain't the first one? Then the nigga told me that he didn't know nothing about this. And if you listen to his show, you know that nigga's a liar straight up and down. He waited till I said this was gonna be my last show after 18 years. He waited for that and saw that as a moment of weakness and decided he was gonna make it a championship. But then the nigga couldn't sell out the tickets necessary.
Damn.
Do you think that nigga wanted to be here with me this evening? No, he did not. He wanted to be with Frankie Beverly and Maze. So he could have had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Watch here now.
I gotta start on January 1st trying to find his hairpiece and his career, because I come to put that motherfucker on the ground. That's what a championship is, my nigga. But if you don't like it here, you can get it in the park. Give a fuck. Now that I'm done with bitch niggas in my life. Some of you may have heard a rumor that for the BET Hip Hop Awards,
Yeah. What you
I
talking about?
lost the breakdancing competition to T-Pain. And this is how he ended up hosting. Let me explain to you a few crucial facts about me. One, I am not very tall. Two, I don't hang with niggas that suck dick or breakdance for a living. I don't give a fuck who they are. I got nothing against homosexuals. I just don't hang with them.
Get him, Katt.
I didn't meet T-Pain until the day after the Hip Hop Awards. Look at me in the face so you understand what I'm saying. Because you gotta understand, it's gonna be 2009. It's another fucking year. Some shit is gonna remain the same. The bitch niggas that's in your life telling lies on you, the ones that make sure that anytime they see you happy, they do anything they can to extinguish your motherfucking happiness. Those motherfuckers will remain the same. What needs to change is what the fuck we do about it. Because they think they're getting away with it. Old slick ass, fake ass, bitch ass.
Why did it end?
After the movie, man, that was probably,
Blessing and a curse?
yeah, the four of us. It was the largest comedy movie ever in history. We split up.
You wish you would have stayed, kept it together, could have kept it together a couple
We tried everything. But, you know, dudes felt like they was movie stars. I never saw myself as a movie star. Just let me go be me. So I knew. But Bernie got a lot of roles. Sid got a lot of roles. So I just knew. But the thing that they did, though, when they went and got so many roles, they stopped doing stand-up.
Right.
Me, I felt so strongly about stand-up, I never stopped.
Right.
When I got my TV shows, I still toured on the weekend.
Right.
By myself, take two people with me. Radio City Music Hall. I stayed right there while the guys was doing the movies.
You mean to tell me if Steve Harvey, your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years now?
I mean, Steve got a lot of other...
DL's still out there. None of those irons matter to stand-up. Who cares that they wrote a placard for you to do Family Feud on? Like, you're successful because we're surprised you can talk for a living and it's entertaining that you're gonna say some funny country things. But not a writer.
Right. Was doing movie, was that a part of it? You're like, okay, I'm doing stand up. Okay. The next progression is TV movies.
Throughout the history of stand-up, sir. That's the goal for all of us. That's how it goes. That's why when you hear these dudes talking about, oh, I didn't want to be a movie star, you just know it's disingenuous. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, oh, no, I just wanted to do a game show.
Right.
What? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I thought you did Mark Curry's show over after he had just done hanging with Mr. Cooper. Why would you do all of that man's stuff that he did on his show on yours and then do the dude's stand-up when you go on the road? And then you never put Mark Curry on your show or nothing. Like, if you don't say anything, these dudes will run over you. I don't know if you know how bullies operate. But if you don't stand up for yourself, there really is nothing they won't do.
Right.
Because the whole time Bernie was here, you was acting like you was funnier than him. The reason you was supposed to go last is because it was your tour. Tell the truth. It was Steve's tour. Not it was going to be called the Kings of Comedy. It was Steve's tour. These are the guys opening for him. Of course you got to close if it's your tour. That's why it was such a big deal. But you couldn't do it because you can't beat the best. And until you humble yourself, you will forever be kinged by the king. And because you finally did it, because you had no other choice, and now that he gone, you gonna act like he wanted to be a movie star. You stop it. You stop it. That man was funnier than all of y'all, and y'all thought y'all had one over on him. You thought he was black and ugly, and you were good looking, and he couldn't make it because you did. And that ain't the way comedy works. The king is the funniest. Period. Every time. And that's why no audience member was ever swayed. It didn't matter where Bernie went. You think if Bernie went first, he wasn't the king? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Mary, look, I have to ask you this question because before I forget, girl, I got to ask you this because this is practically in so many articles when Steve Harvey is speaking of motivation and all of this other stuff. Was Steve homeless? Was he homeless, sleeping in his car and all of this stuff?
Steve Harvey was never homeless a day in his life. Not one time. Because let's just add this up. Between your mama's house, Marsha's house, my apartment, and whatever you had purchased for Marjorie, what point in there would he have time to be homeless? Okay? The closest he ever came to homeless was when I think it was a year into our relationship. And he kept saying, I want you to go out on the road with me. I want you to go. He wasn't making a lot of money. And all I had was what I was making from the store. So I said, I cannot just quit my job and go out there. So I guess it was about a year and a half later, I actually quit the job. And he was like, you got to go. I need you out here. So there were nights when we had to get from like Dallas to Miami or whatever. Obviously, you can't drive that in one sitting. So yeah, there were some times when we would pull over to a park or whatever. Steve was never homeless a day in his life. And all this People magazine from homeless to millionaire and all of that. No, he was never hungry. He might have been hungry needing a sandwich, but nowhere near to not having no food, not having no home. I lived in the projects, never lived in the projects a day in his life. Okay. Not once, not one time. Now he did tell me that when they all came from Welch, West Virginia, that the first place they had, his dad, there was like a 1-bedroom apartment over this liquor store. And his dad, he had his 2 sisters there, and one of them had 2 children. It was Steve there. Both of his brothers were there. but they were not homeless. Steve's daddy was very proud. There is no way under the sun he would have allowed his wife and his children to ever be homeless. Never, ever, ever was he ever homeless. No.
I would like to know how you all feel about this situation, and while you are letting me know, could you please like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet, and you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. You all have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.